All right, good morning, 7th graders. If you're clicking on this video, it's because you had an elephant card. What we're doing is some equivalent expressions. We are reviewing this because we haven't yet mastered it, and it's going to be on our MLQ on Thursday, so it's really important that we get this mastered before we take our quiz. Example 1, which expression is equivalent to 24x minus 16? So again, just as a reminder, it's a +5 to your paycheck if you're taking all these notes, and just a lunch attention if you don't have something complete. So, which expression is equivalent? I'm looking for 24x minus 16. I'm just going to try and distribute each of these and see which one works. 4 times 6x, that gives me 24x. That matches. But then I must also do 4 times negative 16. Well, I'm looking for a negative 16, so 4 times negative 16, that's going to be too big. A does not work. B, 4x, I'm going to multiply that by 6. I get 24x. Perfect, that matches again. Now 4 times a negative 4 will give me a negative 16, but I still have this x, so it's negative 16x. Ooh, this doesn't quite match because I'm looking for an expression that doesn't have an x on the 16, so B does not match. C, 4 times 6x, that gives me 24x. And 4 times a negative 4, a positive times a negative will give me a negative 16. Golden C, 24x minus 16 matches 24x minus 16. Try the next expression on your own. See what is equivalent to 28b minus 14. So hit pause and try and solve the problem on your own. All right, if you're coming back, it's because you did the first problem on your own and you're ready for example 2. Example 2, which expression is equivalent to 15 plus 3c? Again, I see all of these distributions. I'm just going to try them and see which one matches my expression. 3 times 5 gives me 15. That matches. 3 times a positive 3c will give me a positive 9c. That doesn't match. I want this to be a 3c, so A is not the correct answer. Let's try B. 3 times 5, that gives me 15. And now I have 3 times C, and I'm not quite sure how to do that, but what I can remember is that C has an invisible coefficient. The coefficient that is in front of C is actually a 1. I can do that. 3 times 1c, well, 3 times positive 1 is positive 3, and I have a c. So B matches 15 plus 3c matches 15 plus 3c. Hit pause on the video. Try the next problem of 6 times the quantity 5 plus v on your own, and when you finish it, come back for example 3. All right, example 3. Which expression is equivalent to negative 28v plus 12? So I'm seeing this, and I'm probably going to be doing some adding or multiplying and dividing with positive and negative numbers. So again, I'm going to be thinking in my mind that a negative times a positive equals a negative, and a negative times a negative equals a positive. So negative 4 times positive 7, a negative times a positive is going to be a negative 28v. And a negative 4 times a positive 12, that's going to be a negative 48. Well, the 28v's match, but the second part doesn't, so A is not the correct answer. Next one, negative 4 times a positive 7 is going to give me a negative 28v. And a negative 4 times a positive 3, a negative times a positive will give me a negative 12. B does not match either. This is negative 12. I'm looking for a positive 12. Next one, C. 2 times negative 14b. Well, 2 times negative 14 is negative 28, and I have a v. And I'm going to do 2 times a negative 6. 2 times a negative 6 is going to be negative 12. That gave me the same answer as B. That's not what I'm looking for. So D must be the correct answer, but to be a good scholar, we're just going to check. A negative 4 times a positive 7 gives me a negative 28B. And a negative 4 times a -3. A negative times a negative will make a positive 12. -28v plus 12. D matches my original expression. Hit pause on this video. Try the next problem on your own. Which expression is equivalent to 24h minus 12? Hit play when you finish that. All right, our last example is example 4. Which of the following is equivalent to -4 times the quantity 2.2y minus 5? So I know I'm going to need to do some decimal multiplication. I'm going to distribute a negative times a positive is going to be a negative. Immediately, I'm going to eliminate A and C. I know that this answer has to be negative, and A and C have positive y's. That can't be it. -4 times 2.2. So I'm going to do 2.2 times 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 2 is 8. I had to move the decimal point 1 time, so that means I have to move it 1 time back. I have -8.8y. That matches B and D. Now I got to figure out what comes next. I have a -4 times a -5. A negative times a negative makes a positive 20. -8.8y plus 20 gives me D as an answer. Hit pause, try the next problem, and again, if at any point you're not sure how to do it, press pause, watch it again, and then try the problem on your own. Once you finish that, on the back you have a constructed response. You're going to determine which of the expressions are equivalent to 16x minus 24. Show all of your work to prove yes or no if it is equivalent. And again, just make sure we get all our work, show all of our work, plus 5 to our paycheck. If we're missing something, it would be lunch detention. Again, head back to the video if you need to watch anything again. Good luck.